Apple is once again exploring something, and yes, when Apple says it's exploring, that usually means one of three things. It's happening eventually, it's been happening quietly for years, or it's never leaving the internal PowerPoint. This time though, the idea being explored is an iPhone flip, a square clamshell foldable iPhone that would go head to head with devices like Samsung's Galaxy Flip and the modern Motorola Razr. And honestly, the more I sit with this, the more interesting the implications become, even if the form factor itself doesn't immediately win me over. Before we get into the weeds though, a quick moment of honesty. Around 90% of you guys watching these videos still are not subscribed, which is wild considering how often you come back for Apple leaks, rumors, and slightly unhinged speculation. Subscribing really does help the channel grow, so if you enjoy this stuff, just tap it once and you're sorted. Right, foldables. According to Gurman over at Bloomberg, Apple's actively working on a clamshell-style foldable iPhone, something very much in the mold of the Galaxy Z Flip. This wouldn't be Apple's first foldable iPhone though. The plan, at least right now, is for Apple's first foldable to be a book-style device, closer to Samsung's Galaxy Z Folds, opening up into a much larger inner display. That device is expected to land first, potentially as soon as September this year, and only after that would Apple consider expanding the range with different shapes and sizes. And that detail alone tells you a lot about how Apple's thinking about foldables. They're not rushing in with a scattergun approach, they're not doing a flip and a fold at the same time. They want one clear foldable flagship first, see how people respond, and then decide whether the market is actually ready for more variety. Gurman even makes it clear the iPhone Flip is far from guaranteed. It's being discussed, it's been explored, but it's not locked in. Now personally, I'll just put this out there early, I'm not massively excited by the clamshell form factor on its own. That's not me being negative, it's just how I think about foldables. For me, the whole point of folding phones is additional real estate, more screen when you need it, tablet-like experiences, proper multitasking, watching videos without feeling like you're peering through a letterbox. That's why the larger book-style iPhone folds is the one that genuinely excites me. A 7.7-inch inner display on iOS, that's where things get spicy for me. A regular-sized iPhone that folds in half to become small in your pocket doesn't really move the needle for me in the same way. It's clever, it's neat, but it's not transformative. Or at least, not for how I use my phone. That said, and this is important, I don't think the iPhone Flip is a bad idea. In fact, I think it could quietly solve a problem Apple's been ignoring for years. Because let's talk about the iPhone mini. There is a very loud, very dedicated group of people who still want this back. The iPhone 12 mini and 13 mini have become the almost mythical devices in Apple circles, spoken about with a kind of reverence usually reserved for headphone jacks, but the reality is, Apple clearly didn't see the numbers it wanted. The mini didn't sell well enough, and that experiment is over. Or is it? A clamshell iPhone could, in a weird way, become the spiritual successor to the mini. Think about it. On the outside, you have a compact, pocket-friendly device, something genuinely small again, easy to use one-handed, comfortable, lightweight. Then when you actually want to do more, you flip it open and suddenly you've got a much larger display inside. Not tablet-sized, but bigger than what you started with. Best of both worlds. That front display would almost certainly be compact, maybe used for notifications, widgets, quick replies, music controls, that sort of thing. And knowing Apple, it wouldn't just be a shrunken iOS screen slapped on the front, they'd obsess over what information makes sense there, what doesn't, and how to make it feel intentional rather than compromised. And this is where Apple could genuinely differentiate itself. Samsung's flip phones have impressive hardware, but they still feel like they're asking you to adapt your behavior with how you use the outer display. Apple tends to do the opposite. They make the product adapt to you, even if it takes them longer to get there. I know that sounds like I'm trying to hype up Apple for no reason, but we saw how they turned the hole punch into a feature with Dynamic Island, so I'm sure Apple's going to show their software magic with the outer panel as well. The other thing worth considering is timing. Apple clearly believes that foldables need a moment. Gurman's reporting does suggest Apple wants its first foldable to succeed on its own merits before expanding the category. Prove the concept, then iterate. It's the same playbook they've used for pretty much every other product line. And if that first foldable iPhone, the book-style one, actually lands and sells well, that changes everything. Suddenly foldables aren't niche Android experiments anymore, they're mainstream, they're aspirational, they're something people walk into Apple stores asking about. that's when a flip-style iPhone starts to make a lot more sense. Because while I personally lean towards bigger screens, portability still matters for a lot of people. There are users who don't want a massive device in their pocket. There are users who miss small phones. There are users who like the idea of a phone that disappears when you don't need it and opens up when you do. And Apple has the influence to normalize that. If Apple releases a flip, foldables instantly become more acceptable, more desirable, and more accessible. Prices eventually come down, developers start caring more, iOS features evolve to take advantage of foldable screens. The whole category matures overnight. That's why even though the clamshell foldable doesn't excite me as much as the larger folds, I still hope Apple makes it. Not because I desperately want one, but because the ecosystem benefits if Apple commits properly to foldables. There's also the competitive angle. Right now, if you want a foldable, you're choosing between Android phones, Samsung, Motorola, maybe a few others depending on where you live, but there are loads of people who want a foldable and want iOS. They don't want to switch ecosystems, they don't want to give up iMessage, AirDrop, Apple Watch integration, or their entire app library. An iPhone flip would instantly become the default option for those people. Of course, none of this is guaranteed. Gurman is very clear that a clamshell iPhone may never see the light of day. Apple could decide the demand just isn't there, or that the compromises aren't worth it. Foldable durability, crease visibility, battery constraints, internal space, all of that becomes trickier in a smaller folding device, and Apple is famously unwilling to ship something unless it meets their standards, even if competitors are already doing it. Sometimes that patience pays off, sometimes it means they arrive late. With foldables, it feels like they're trying very hard to arrive right. If the foldable iPhone lands this year and actually delivers on the promise, that opens the door. If it flops, the flip probably dies quietly behind the scenes. I also want to finally mention a quiet advantage the iPhone flip could have, which is colors. I think similar to the base iPhone, Apple could offer this in a range of fun colors, which I don't think the iPhone Fold is going to get. That's going to be more of a serious product because it's for productivity, whereas the iPhone Flip is just a fun iPhone. So yes, if you like fun products, the iPhone Flip might be the one for you if it actually materializes. So where does that leave us? For me, the iPhone Flip is a fascinating what if. It's not the foldable I'm personally waiting for, but it might be the one that brings a lot of people back into the conversation. It could be the modern iPhone mini, it could be Apple's way of testing how flexible iOS can really be, or it could remain a concept that never escapes the lab. Either way, the fact that Apple's even exploring this tells us something important. Foldables aren't a side quest anymore, they're part of Apple's long-term thinking, and once Apple commits to a category, it tends to stick around. If you want foldables to become more mainstream, more affordable, and genuinely better over time, Apple entering the space is probably the best thing that could happen, even if the first few attempts aren't perfect. And if you made this far, you clearly enjoy these kind of Apple deep dives, so do me a favor, hit subscribe, tap the hype button if you're feeling generous, and help push the video out to more people. It genuinely makes a difference for a small channel like this. Let me know what you think about an iPhone flip in the comments as well, because I have a feeling this debate is only just getting started.